Okay, so we're here once again in Mining Simulator 2, and we have gotten our first update to the game, and honestly, it is a massive update already, with some massive changes that makes the game so much easier and just so much more fun to play. So let's get into all of the brand new changes into this new update. So there's honestly so much to go through. There's a whole new world, there's this whole new area behind here, there's obviously a new egg and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we'll start off behind here because this is where all of the new overpowered stuff is. And if you just come through here, right behind here, there's a massive rocket with a thing that says coming soon. So it does seem like they're going to get something to do with space soon enough. Probably one of the brand new worlds. I believe in MS1 there was actually a rocket world anyways. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully we can get that fairly soon within the next update. But the interesting thing is this thing here, the gem enchants. So if you come into here, as you can see, there's some of these brand new upgrades that do cost some gems, and some of these are actually pretty expensive. So as you can see, there's a hatching speed one, there's one called companionship, which basically allows you to increase the amount of pets that you can equip by one, which is pretty cool. There's more pet storage as well. There's the Midas touch, which actually increases the value of the items for the sale of them by 5, I think it's 5% every single time. There's cheap rebirths, which is very overpowered, and there's also permanent layers, which is my favourite upgrade that they've brought into the game. So if you might remember back to my rebirth guide, I told people to basically go into servers where there's a massive hole that goes all the way down to the bottom. However, now with this new permanent layers, as soon as you buy this upgrade, I believe it only costs like 2,000 gems. Once you rebirth, as you can see, I recently rebirthed myself, I have 0 coins, but as you can see, all of these, basically all these layers and areas are still unlocked, which is super overpowered, and honestly it's going to make rebirthing so much more fun because we can just get straight back down to where we're meant to be going without having to basically dig all the way down, which is really good. And on top of that as well, this cheap rebirth one is also super overpowered. This is the first one that I ended up maxing out just because of how overpowered it is. And as you can see, my rebirths are insanely cheap right now. Beforehand, this was around 50, I think it's around 50 billion per rebirth. As you can see now, it is only 24 billion. Plus, on top of that, in the update log, you can actually see that they actually made rebirths cheaper by 100 million as well. So honestly, this is insane. The fact that how cheap rebirths are now just makes rebirthing a lot easier, especially for those people who do have VIP and stuff. And also on top of that as well, when you do rebirth, you actually get more gems now because they have raised the rebirth reward from 100 to 150, and because of that I had to actually go ahead and buy the game pass for 2 times gems, as you can see, which means that now instead of getting 200 gems, we're actually getting 300 gems per rebirth, which is very overpowered and just honestly really crazy. And just honestly on top of that, there's a lot of new stuff. So the rebirth multiplier has increased from 5 to 10 times. So as you can see on here as well, beforehand my rebirth coin multiplier was around 500 times. As you can see now it's 1,000 times, which again makes rebirthing even easier, which is just incredible. And on top of that as well, the rebirth cost, as I said before, has reduced by 100 million. Obviously the rebirth reward has increased to 150 gems. They have increased the chances of finding cave treasures as well, so such as those little chests that you can find in caves and stuff, which is really good. They have fixed all of the button things on mobile, so you should be able to redeem your codes and collect index rewards now, which is really good. They've also got some other bug fixes and stuff like that. However, the main part of this update is the brand new world, the Crystal Cavern, which is actually past the underworld obviously, so let's go down there right now. As you can see, it's at a depth of 1,848 meters, which is pretty good, and the first layer of this crystal stone is 7,000 health, which is kind of impressive, to be honest. But yeah, honestly, this is really good because obviously it means the more bricks that you break, the more stuff that you're going to collect basically, which is pretty good, especially for those people who had over 4,000 miner power as well. It's really good. As well as that, we have a brand new egg as well, the crystal egg, as you can see. More or less similar chances. I believe the last legendary might be a little bit harder to hatch, if I'm not mistaken, which is obviously again really good. And yeah, honestly, there is a new secret in the game as well. If we come into the index real quick, the index has moved up to the top left, As you can see, if we move down here real quick, as you can see the crystal egg, there is obviously another secret in the game, which is really good. So we'll see how long it takes for someone to hatch one. But yeah, basically in terms of these pets as well, I'm not too sure how many of these I have. I only think I have the new epic. So as you can see, this is the amethyst golden. This is the easier epic to get in the game, or in a new egg. 135 mining power, which is pretty good, 90 times coin boost and 23 times speed boost. Comparing that to the imp, which had 115, so that's a 20 plus there already on the mining power. Another 20 plus on the coins as well, and a 3 times plus on the speed. So yeah, as you can see, these pets are going to be very overpowered, especially some of these shiny ones as well, especially like the tier 2 and the tier 3, and the secret is going to be very, very overpowered. So hopefully you guys can hatch it, hopefully I can hatch one as well. It does cost 45 million though, so it's going to take a long time to get some of this stuff. However, it shouldn't really be too bad. So yeah, hopefully we will be able to hatch some of those stuff fairly soon. But yeah, honestly, this update is super incredible. There is also this brand new gems chest here as well, which I believe gives 175 gems, which is pretty good. Obviously it makes it just a little bit more better. Basically a free rebirth every 4 hours or so, which is pretty good. And another thing on top of that as well, there is a brand new ore. Now I'm going to try and see if I can find it. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be lucky enough though. But this new ore again is very valuable, and we do have a little bit of a cave, a very small cave though, so I don't think we're going to find anything in here. Obviously chromite is going to be a lot more, I think it's a lot more, I can't remember what the word. It's a lot more common down here now as well, which is pretty good as well. So those people who do want to get some chromite, I would recommend trying to get your way down to the crystal cavern as quickly as you can. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be any of the new Larimar or down here. I'm pretty sure you need to be down past into the second layer. But it does look really cool. It's this like kind of nice blue opal sort of thing, which looks really good. But we are going to have to kind of try and mine down and see if we can find this thing. It cost over 200 million value for me though, which is more than double chromite. So yeah, it's honestly really good, but obviously that does mean it's going to be very rare to find. As you can see, chromite is popping up a lot now. I don't think there's any diamond down here, so obviously for diamond you will have to go back up to the underworld and the molten core. But yeah, honestly this place is very crazy, and it makes rebirthing a lot easier as well. Beforehand I had to collect around 4 million or 5 million in my backpack to actually rebirth. I think now I only need to really collect around 1.5 million, so that's already there, a lot easier to collect as well. Yeah, as you can see, more chromite, very common down here now for chromite, which is pretty good. If we keep going down, hopefully we'll find the second layer. The second layer is 10,000 on the health for each block, which is kind of crazy. So hopefully we can try and get some more stuff. As you can see here, here's a new block, 10,000 there. And we keep going down, as you can see now, 10,000 per block. That's going to be a lot to catch up to. Obviously beforehand it was only 4,000, so this is a really big difference, which is honestly kind of crazy. And as you can see as well in the bottom left, I do have 5,600, so we do have a long way to go, but hopefully we will be able to get some of those new pets and new secrets and stuff. Have I gone past any Larimar yet? I don't think I have. It's pretty obvious when you do see it. It's just this nice little blue thing. It should be in here, surely. Here we go. The new ore is right here. So this is a new ore, the new ore here, Larimar, and as you can see, 225 million, which makes it 2.25 times more valuable than chromite, which is honestly just insane how valuable it is. As you can see, that was 225 million, and for me right now chromite is 100 million, so a massive difference there, as you can see, which is just honestly crazy. And yeah, as you can see now, 1.8 million in my back, and hopefully we should be able to rebirth. As you can see there, easy rebirth. Let's go ahead and rebirth right now. Boom. And as you can see, straight back into the crystal cavern, no holes required. So again, this makes VIP servers even more overpowered, to be honest, just because you're going to spend most of your time then grinding away down at the bottom. But yeah, honestly, this is just the best update imaginable. And obviously we will be getting a new world up here, which most likely will be going off as your rebirth, so make sure you are rebirthing as much as you can. Make sure you are saving up for these cheap rebirths and permanent layers as well as honestly just get companionship. Just all of these are really valuable, to be honest. I'm going to go ahead and actually buy some more Midas Touch just to make everything worth even more value, and that will probably bring up the Larimar all the way up to, like, I don't even know, 250 million value for me now without even doing anything, to be honest, which is just kind of crazy. Let's see if we can quickly try and find one. If I can, that'll be very nice. I need to try and find where I managed to dig this hole down though. Let's do for chromite. Chromite's not actually gone up that much, which is a bit weird. But yeah, honestly, just really insane update. As you can see as well, all of these chests are really common to find now, which is just insane as well. As you can see, another one. As you can see down there, there's 2 more down here, 3 more down here. So yeah, honestly, the chests are super common now, and you should just be able to find all of these chests. There was 4 down here. Just as you can see, yeah, honestly, there's so many more things now to find in the game, and as well as that, those legendary chests and the epic chests should be easier to find as well over some time. So yeah, just make sure you are grinding now, because honestly, this is just kind of crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.